Today we are going to study about the human digestive system. So these are the two models of human digestive system. This one is a ready-made one and this one is made by a student. Now here you can see that the digestive system, here it's not clear, I will show it from here. It starts from our mouth. Okay, so it starts from our mouth and then it proceeds towards the food pipe, which is called the esophagus, then to the stomach, and then to the small intestine. Here it is more clearer, you can see this is stomach labeled here, so this is esophagus, stomach. From the stomach it goes to the small intestine. Now this portion, although it is called small intestine, but it is the longest one. It is 7.5 meters, but then why the name has been given as small intestine? The reason is because if you compare the diameter of this intestine with that of the large intestine, the diameter is small. That is why, although this is the longest portion of our alimentary canal or the digestive system, it is named as small intestine because the diameter of this tube is smaller compared to that of the other tubes of the total alimentary system. Okay. Similarly, this one is a large intestine. Now, large intestine also has various portions. The ultimate portion of the large intestine is called a pouch-like structure, which is called the rectum, and the outlet is called the anus, through which the waste materials, that is after the digestion, the waste which is generated is eliminated out. Okay, now this is a brief gist of the digestive system, human digestive system. Now we are going to come part by part. So let us first concentrate on the mouth. Now inside the mouth, there are two major things which are involved in the process of digestion. Partial digestion starts from the small, that is the mouth. The first thing is the various salivary glands which is present in the mouth, followed by the teeth which will be chewing the food and breaking them into small forms. So the three, that is your salivary glands which are present, they secrete a common solution which is called the saliva. The tongue present in the mouth helps to mix the saliva with that of the small bits of food. Okay, and after that, when it becomes soft, that soft mass is pushed into our food pipe. This is the food pipe. Okay, this is a food pipe. The food passes through this food pipe, and when this soft food passes through the food pipe, please note down, it is called bolus, B-O-L-U-S. The food in the food pipe is called bolus. So after the bolus goes through the food pipe, which is by means of contraction and relaxation of the muscles in the food pipe, it reaches to our stomach. So now come to this model, as because stomach is more clearer here compared to this. So it comes to the stomach. Inside the stomach, there are various secretions which are secreted by the stomach wall. Out of that, in your book, you will see it's written about HCl. So what happens in the stomach is that the HCl which is secreted by the stomach linings, they help in killing the microorganisms, and also the food which comes here, the protein related food which comes here, to digest those protein, acidic environment is required. So that acidic environment is provided by the HCl secreted by the stomach wall. So that is the two function of HCl. One is to kill the microorganisms coming along with the food, and another one is to increase the pH, to make the environment acidic so that the protein digesting enzymes becomes active and they can digest the protein. Okay. Next is mucus is also secreted by the stomach wall. Now what is this mucus? Mucus are the secretions which will be preventing the corrosion of the stomach wall. Because if HCl is continuously secreted, the stomach wall also will be corroded, so that the stomach wall remains intact and it does not get corroded due to the action of HCl. Mucus is secreted by the stomach wall, which helps to protect the stomach inner lining wall. Okay. Now after that, the mixing of the gastric juice which is secreted by the stomach with the food makes it more soft, and now this food passes to the small intestine. This is the small intestine, I told you in the beginning only, that it is 7.5 meters long. This is the portion in the digestive system where the absorption of the food and the assimilation of the food takes place. Okay, why absorption? Because here most of the digestive juices containing the enzymes which are important for the digestion of fats, for the digestion of proteins, for the digestion of carbohydrate is poured, which is called intestinal juice, as well as this yellow color thing which you can see here, this is the pancreas. Okay, this is the pancreas. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. So pancreatic juice plus intestinal juice all are poured into the small intestine. The food, while it passes through these coils, are acted upon by those enzymes so that they are now simplified and easily digested, and made into simplified forms taken by the blood capillaries to each and every cell of our body. Okay, now after this, what happens is that the food passes through the large intestine. This is the large intestine. So when the food passes through the large intestine, there is no digestion which takes place in the large intestine. Then what does it happen in the large intestine is that absorption of water and some important minerals takes place. And when the absorption of the water and minerals is taking place, the food gets more condensed, and finally when it reaches to the rectum, it becomes semi-solid, okay, or solidified, and it is stored in the rectum and is thrown out of the body time to time through the anus. Okay. Now one important thing which is not being mentioned, or which I did not mention in the beginning, is about the function of the liver. Now liver is the largest gland of our body and it secretes bile juice. Bile juice helps in the emulsification of fat. Sometimes students make the mistake that bile juice helps in the digestion of fat. No, digestion of fat does not take place here or by the action of the bile juice. It takes place in the small intestine, but the juice which is secreted by the liver, that is the bile juice, it helps in making the fat droplets smaller, which is called breaking down or emulsification of fat. And as a result of it, when finally it reaches to the small intestine, inside the small intestine certain finger-like projections are present, which is called villi. They will be absorbing the food substances and distributing it into the various parts of the body to be utilized. Okay, so this is all about the human digestive system with its various functions, the various glands, and that's it about